Morning. My name is Jyoti Torani and I am a student of Mumbai Montessori Teacher Training Institute. Hello my dear lovely children. It's so good to see all of you here today. And do you know children why we have gathered here today? Yes, because today we are going to have a lovely storytelling session. And do you want to know children what story I am going to tell you today? Can I hear a yes? You want to hear a story, dear children? Yes? Yes, I hear a yes. So today I am going to talk to you and tell you a story about King Akbar's stolen ring. You see over here children? This is King Akbar's stolen ring. Once upon a time, very long time ago, there lived a very powerful Mughal emperor called King Akbar. And that I'm going to show you here. This is a very powerful Mughal emperor, King Akbar. King Akbar helped so many people all over. He was loved so much. So people used to even call him King Akbar the Great. And King Akbar lived in his beautiful palace over here in Agra, like you can see. Right children? King Akbar had lots of courtiers in his courtroom. One of his courtiers over here is Birbal. You see this man over here in a yellow dress with a yellow ball on his turban. This is Birbal. And yes, King Akbar had lots of other courtiers, like you can see over here. A man with a blue ball on his turban. And then over here, a man with a green ball on his turban. Right? And then you can see over here, a man with a red ball on his turban. All of them were King Akbar's courtiers. But you know something, dear children? Birbal was one of the most special and loved courtiers of King Akbar. Whenever King Akbar had any problem, or he had needed some advice, or he needed help with anything, he would first reach out to Birbal and call him for help, advice, a solution to a problem. And Birbal himself too loved King Akbar so much, you know, and he gave him so much respect, and he would always address him as Jahapana, right? So this is our lovely Birbal over here, who is very witty, very quick, very clear, very clever, very full of ideas. You know, he had an answer and solution for nearly everything. So he was one of the most loved courtiers of Akbar, of King Akbar. So one day, as you can see over here, dear children, we see over here King Akbar is thinking and he is trying to have a talk with Birbal. He calls Birbal to his courtroom and he says, do you want to know what King Akbar says to Birbal? Yes. King Akbar tells Birbal, my dear Birbal, I am so sad today. I have lost my father's favorite ring that he gave to me. My father's ring had so much sentimental and emotional value attached to it. I am deeply sad. I don't know where my ring has gone. Dear Birbal, can you please help me find my ring? And over here we have Birbal with a yellow ball on his cap, and he tells King Akbar, dear Jahapana, please don't worry. I will try my best to find you your ring. And you know what happens then? Birbal, who was always clever and full of ideas, thinks of something. Do you all want to know what Birbal thinks of? Yes, Birbal thinks of and tells the three courtiers over here in the courtroom, the one with the red ball, the one with the green ball, and the one with the blue ball on his turban. Birbal tells them, do you know, I think one of the courtiers in the courtroom has taken the ring. And over here, King Akbar tells him, he gets so angry and he tells Birbal, who is the courtier who has taken my ring? Yes, Birbal, tell me, who is the courtier who has taken my ring? I want to know right away. And Birbal says to King Akbar that you know something, Jahapana, the courtier with the straw in his beard is the one who has taken your ring. So do you know what happens after that? After that, what happens? The courtier checks his beard for the straw, and it is this courtier over here who checks his beard for the straw, the courtier with the blue ball on his turban, and yes, he checks for the straw in his beard, and he gets caught. Yes, he gets caught by Birbal because the courtier is guilty. That's why he checks his beard for the straw. So now do you know what happens? Birbal points out to King Akbar that this man over here, this courtier with the blue ball on his turban, is the one who has stolen the ring. So what is the moral of the story, my dear children? Do you know what the moral of the story is? That a guilty conscience will always give it away. Children, we all have a conscience and we feel guilty and unhappy and sad whenever we do something wrong, right? So a guilty conscience will always give it away. We must always be thankful for what we have. We must always thank God for what we have. If we need to take something from somebody else, we must always take permission from the opposite person before we touch their things. And very important, children, we must never steal anyone else's things. For instance, you see the courtier over here with the blue ball in his turban and the straw, checking the straw in his beard. He steals the ring. It's a very bad habit, dear children, and we must never ever steal anything from anybody, and we must always take permission before touching other people's things. Now I'm going to show you something, my dear children. Do you see this man over here? He is a man, he is a farmer. He is a farmer, a very poor farmer, but he still has a lovely smile on his face. Do you know why? Because he is very happy with what he has. This farmer is an honest farmer, and if he needs any guidance or any help with his farming, he is going to ask for it, right? So he's very happy with what he has, and he's a very, very honest farmer. And now to tell you one more thing, dear children, we must always be happy with what we have, and we must always be honest with ourselves and honest with all those around us. This way we will never feel guilty that we have done anything wrong, right? And we will never feel sad, and we will live happily. So this is a story. I hope you all enjoyed my story. Thank you.